Three.
Is the switch on there? There's two of them on there right now, I think, because the red one's there and the other one. There she is.
There we go. Okay, Valcha, welcome to College from the Gaelic, to those in attendance here tonight. We have a small but mighty crowd here at College from the Gaelic, and of course, welcome to those that are joining us online. And we're going to have a fun night tonight. My name is Rodney MacDonald, it's Mr. Rudy Donawach, and I'm the president of College from the Gaelic. We have some great musicians here tonight. We have Koryne MacDonald from Collindale in Inverness County. And of course, Neil McDaniel on piano as well from the Margie Forks. And both great musicians. And of course, Michael Kavanagh, who's doing sound, and will be doing some singing as well tonight. Yeah, great to have Michael. And I'll join for a tune maybe towards the end of the night as well. I guess a couple of things just before we get started. And I think most people that are in the room have been here before, but just in case not, there's washrooms located at the back in the foyer area. And of course, Barb is here again tonight, and we have some refreshments. So to those that might be watching online, especially if you're local, please come out and continue to support our Ceiidhs. It makes a huge difference. We're live at the college until December 10th. That'll be our Christmas Ceiidh. And then, of course, you'll be watching them online after that in the winter. But we encourage you to come out and enjoy. And I know people are a bit tired after the nights of Celtic Colours. It was a great success. We had 9 fantastic nights at Festival Club here on site, a couple of great concerts, and just a little shout out to those involved with Celtic Colours and congratulate them on a great festival. And once again, and we hope that it continues stronger than ever in the years to come. That's pretty much it for me. I will have more to say just on what's happening around the college through the evening. But we're going to get right to the music. And of course, Ryan is live streaming here as well. And I might get myself a cup of tea, I think. So, Koryne, you're going to hear some fiddling, you're going to hear some singing, and lots more. And you're in for a treat because these two are fantastic musicians.
Once he's done talking, I'll just jump in.
Yeah, maybe just button on the back.
I'll just sit there. And I just have the button off there.
Just messing with this real quick for a second.
Yeah.
Touchy.
Check, check. There we go. Perfect. Well, thank you very much. And thank you, Rodney, and to the crew here from the Gaelic College for hosting Neil and I this evening. It's great to be back again. And I was actually thinking on the way here, we were here just in September, that will be played, I guess, this coming winter at some point. And it's been such a busy fall. I was trying to think about what I played here so I don't play all the same tunes again. But anyways, yeah, so it's it's definitely great to be back. And right now I'm hoping that my children are going to bed at home.
They just commented. Devin said, "Miss you, mommy. I love you. R&H."
So good night, Rowan and Haley, go to bed. So everyone send your good vibes to my poor husband putting the 3 kids to bed on his own tonight. But yeah, so I guess we'll go into another set of tunes. We'll go into the first set of tunes that I played. That first tune is a Scott Skinner tune. It's called Gone Is My Jean. And I would have learnt that tune from my Aunt Kathy, my dad's sister. I played with her and her husband and a few others in a Scottish country dance band, hard to believe, over a decade ago. And there's lots of, still going through music that I would have learnt from them back then. So that's just one of the tunes I pulled from that. And there was quite at least 2 or if not 3 tunes in there that were written by my teacher, my fiddle teacher, Ian McLeod from Glengarry, Ontario. So yes, my mom and dad are here as well. So that's good. So yeah, so maybe we'll just play some jigs. We'll go with that. All right. Three, 3 and A. Thank you. So yeah, I mentioned earlier my folks are here this evening as well. Very happy to have them, and they're actually taking off to go back home tomorrow morning, and we've been very fortunate to have them with us for the past 6 weeks. I don't know, 6 weeks. And so, as a lot may know, having the extra help around the house with the little ones is greatly appreciated. Yeah, this past year they were able to bring the little trailer and have their own little setup, and it's been lovely. It's been quite nice, and so they were able to spend lots of extra quality time with us and our kids. And yeah, it's pretty priceless to have grandparents that are so involved with the kids. So very, very fortunate. And so on that note, about almost 25 years ago, which is very hard to believe, I wrote my first tune. And this tune at the time had a different meaning. I wrote it for my own grandparents because they were such great supporters of me and my music. And so we'll play this. It's a waltz that I wrote when I was 12. And but I'll play this tune and I'll play it for Mom and Dad tonight. Thanks for dancing. So we'll get Neil to come on over and sing a couple songs and see what.
They can keep dancing if they want.
Yes, they definitely can keep dancing for sure.
Summertime is coming. These trees are sweetly glowing, and the light of mountain thyme they go round the bloom and heather, and we go a sea go in the Lord go together. Keep light of mountain thyme all around the bloom and heather. We go a sea go. I will build my love one tower, beyond pure and crystal fountain. On it I will pile these flowers of the mountain, and we go a sea go. In will all go together, became light of mountain thyme all around the bloom and heather. We go a sea go. My true love, she begun. I would surely find another where these wild mountain thyme they grow around the bloom and heather, and we go a sea go. And we'll all go together, keep light of mountain thyme all around the bloom and heather, and we go a sea go. Thanks very much, everybody. Great to be here. What a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful evening out there too. And I can't believe the colors are holding on like never seen this lake in a long time. And it's great to be playing music with Koryne. Any opportunity to have to do some music with Koryne, it's always a bonus and a plus. So we're trying to make arrangements to get together over the winter, thinking about the winter anyway, getting together a few times, and work on some material and some new tunes and songs and the like. And it's always a good thing. And I know that's that first phrase of that song starts off with "the summertime is coming," but on a day like this, it's very suitable. And there you have it. This next song we'll do. Sound the P-Rock. How'd that song go? Okay, we'll do the Hushy and Foam, Rise and Follow Charlie. Song here, a little bit more uplifting here. Will sound be rock loud and high from John O'Groats to the island sky. In all the clans, slogans cry and rise and follow Charlie. She and foe and foe, she and foe and foe and foe, she and foe and foe, and rise and follow Charlie. And see a small devoted man by dark Lord shield they taken stand. They bravely fight with heart in hand. They fight for royal Charlie. She and foe and foe, she and foe and foe and foe, she and foe and foe, and rise and follow Charlie. No more will see these deeds again. Deserted is each island glen, in lonely cairns over the men that fought and died for Charlie. She and foe and foe and foe, she and foe and foe and foe, she and foe and foe, and rise and follow Charlie. Down dark Culloden's field gore, and hard they shout, Claymore, Claymore. They bravely fight, what can they more? They fight for royal Charlie. And she and foe and foe and foe, she and foe and foe and foe, she and foe and foe, and rise and follow Charlie, and rise and follow Charlie. Thank you. Thanks so much. So a lot of my inspirations were drawn from the likes of Stan Rogers and Gordon Lightfoot and Wade Hemsworth. And anyway, we're going to do some Stan Rogers a little bit later on with Michael, so I'm going to do a Gordon Lightfoot song for you right now. We'll do the Early Morning Rain. And I know the conditions around here have improved, but there's no shortage of a little bit more Mother Nature's rainfall to kind of balance out the grounds and the waterbed. So anyway, this is a lovely song. I hope you enjoy it. A lot of people have recorded it and sung it over the years, and we'll give you our take of it anyway, our style of playing it, and hope you enjoy it. this dollar in my hand. It's taking in my heart, in my pockets full of sand. I'm a long ways from home, and I miss my loved ones so. It's early morning rain, I've got no place to go. I don't remain number 9, 707 said to go. And I'm secure on the ground where no pavement goes. And the liquor tasted good, and these women all were fast. But she calls now my friend, well, she's rolling now at last. This airport got me down, so unearthly good to me. Obscured on the ground, as trucking cold could be. You can jump a jet plane like you could a freight train. I'll just be on my way, oh, oh, in this early morning rain. I'll just be on my way, in this early morning rain. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, that's my cue. What do we got for time there, Michael? Maybe another set of 2, like.
Yeah, just one little set, 5 or so minutes, yeah.
All right, sounds good. We'll play play a little air that I just came across. A friend of mine sent this over to me. I hadn't heard it in a little while, and this tune was written by Matty Rankin for the late John Morris Rankin, and I think it's just so beautiful. So I'll give it a go, and then maybe we'll just go into a few jigs.
chat. That'd be easier.
I suppose, eh?
Yeah. Wasn't that great? Beautiful stuff. Great stuff. You can, if you happen to be staying in the area, if you're a visitor that's in the local area, Neil is playing tomorrow night at the Normway Inn in Margaree with Kevin LeVaycont. Kevin plays the piano and the fiddle as well. And Neil plays different instruments, and no doubt you'll have a couple of them there tomorrow night with you as well. And so I encourage you, the Normway Inn at the barn. And so Dave MacDonald and Jim, and now Dave's son as well is involved, and they do a great job. And you'll be in for a treat there tomorrow night as well. And as well, of course, we're really happy to have Koryne living in Cape Breton Island now. Of course, being very involved growing up in the Fiddlers Association in Glengarry, and comes through the music honestly through her family. And she's also not only a great player and a great person and a great mom, but she's a great composer as well, and beautiful tunes. And I even noticed online, taking a peek, a fellow musician from Halifax commenting just what a beautiful tune and that sort of thing. So she's got the knack for it, as they would say, on the composing side. I do want to mention a couple of other things. There's a lot of different things that happen in the college in the wintertime. We have between 200 and 300 people that are students online, learning Gaelic between September until the spring. We have a program called Nagashgiaka, which is the Young Heroes program, and those youth do about 180 hours through the winter. We have an upcoming weekend, this weekend, for a Gaelic weekend, and I encourage anyone that's watching or anyone here that ever wants to take part in a Gaelic weekend, you're in for a real treat. And the one after this, of course, a Halloween Aikahana theme this week, but the Christmas one is a fantastic weekend as well, and you can be a complete beginner. And there's a lot of other things. So the craft shop is still open here at the craft shop. We're getting close to the end of the season, but there's still time, of course, to drop into the craft shop. This weekend, around the Cabot Trail, there's music as well out in our parking lot on Saturday and Sunday. I think it's from 12 to 2. Is that right, Mike?
Yep.
And Michael is performing on Saturday, and along with his father, Tracy Kavanaugh. And so there's music there, and there is food, and I believe it is it Stand and Stuff Your Face?
Yep.
On Saturday and Sunday?
I think so.
I believe, yeah. So, and then on Sunday from 12 to 2, and the craft shop will be open during that time as well, on Saturday and Sunday. On Sunday, the Turnbull brothers are out in the front parking lot. So if you're in the local area, you want to get some great food and hear some great music, pop in and go around the Cabot Trail and experience a lot of different places that you can stop and get food on through different food trucks. So it's part of that rally that is promoted by Destination Cape Breton and such. So I encourage everyone to do that. And finally, just my last little pitch is we do our best to keep our Ceiidhs going throughout the year. Now, the last time Koryne and Neil played here, there was about 100 people here. And so tonight's a little quieter night. So there's some nights that are very full here, and some nights that are quieter, and usually post-Celtic Colors gets a little quieter for a week or two. But we have some great music coming up this month as well, like tonight. Next week, two of our special guests are Brenda Stubbart and Leanne O'Coin, two great fiddlers and piano players. No doubt Michael will probably have his guitar in hand next week, and Ben Smith will be here as well with his fiddle. He's on our staff. And finally, we can only do our work throughout the year to promote and preserve and perpetuate the music if we raise revenue. So I encourage all those online, if you'd like to make a donation, Ryan will make sure that's on the bottom of the screen. And it makes a big difference. We can continue on with our Ceiidhs, we can continue on with our school, And we have about 900 people that take classes with us, including over at Maine Valley right now, an hour from here, Cape Breton University students, and they're in the Bachelor of Arts and Community Studies program. They're our students, and it's all about Gaelic cultural courses, if you will, and connecting that to community. All right, that's enough talk for me, but I did want to emphasize just how important that is. And if you'd ever like to sponsor a Ceiidh and put it in memory of someone, perhaps somebody watching online, let us know and we can make that happen for you. So just contact me and I'll make sure that that occurs. We are going to welcome to the stage another singer, Michael Kavanagh. And Michael's no stranger to here, great songwriter in his own right. And want to thank Michael for each week and the sound, and welcome him up to the stage for a couple of songs.
Just need a chair for a second. Hello out there. How is everybody doing tonight? Pretty good? Good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna jump in here and do just a couple of songs for you. Start off with a Lemmy Gland tune here that I like to do. Called Peter's Dream. I still get up before the day breaks. I still walk down to the shore. I watch the sunrise from the eastern ocean, but I don't see her meet her anymore. How could they ever let this happen? They saw it come years ago. The grease ships kept getting bigger and bigger, and the sonar told them where to go. Last night I dreamed that I was sailing out on Ceiidh, Galilee. We cast our nets from the water, and Jesus holding with me. Yes, He holding with me. Where am I gonna go now? And what about Rhode Island? And what about this old piano? And what about my father's bones? stay in the same key. Maybe I'll try a Stan Rogers tune here. Try a little bit of I'll try a version of, or kind of my version, I guess, but similar to the original, but maybe slightly different. But try Fogarty's Cove by Stan Rogers here. Just lost sight of the Queensport line, round the bay before us. The wind has gone so cold today, just a wee touch of snow. Along the shore of Lazy Head, Army Math Island, tonight to let the anchor go down on Fogarty's Cove. My Sally's like a raven's wing, hair like her mother's, with hands that make quick work of a chore, lies at the top of the stove. Come summertime, she'll walk the beach, wrapped in my old double, with her eyes upon the mast at her reach, down on Fogarty's Cove. She will walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the gumbers rolling, till they come to our oceans again, down on Fogarty's Cove. She will walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the gumbers rolling, till they come to our oceans again, down on Fogarty's Cove. And I'm away at sea, nags me when I'm with her. She'd rather I'd have a government job, maybe go on the go. But I love the waves as they roll about, the ocean to the channel. My son keeps a supper and a bed for me, down on Fogarty's Cove. She will walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the gumbers rolling, till they come to our oceans again, down on Fogarty's Cove. She will walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the gumbers rolling, till they come to our oceans again, down on Fogarty's Cove. We just lost sight of the Queensport line, around the bay before us. The wind has got so cold today, just a wee touch of snow. Along the shore of Lazy Head, Hardy Math Island, tonight to let the anchor go down on Fogarty's Cove. She will walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the gumbers rolling, till they come to our oceans again, down on Fogarty's Cove. She will walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the gumbers rolling, till they come to our oceans again, down on Fogarty's Cove. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, well, Michael never fails to disappoint. Thanks a lot, Michael Kavanagh, ladies and gentlemen. And Michael, you should watch for Michael's CDs. You don't happen to have any with you tonight, any of the artists? Michael, you have any?
I don't know if I do.
Not sure if
I
you do.
have them. I
Neil?
might. I might.
Yeah? Okay. So afterwards, if you're interested, Mike may have a CD or two with him, and Neil has some CDs with him. What's the title of your last CD? Is that the one you have with you?
Painting on the Wall.
Painting on the Wall. So, yeah, watch out. Do you have a CD, Koryne? Phil? No. She's in the process of getting ready to make one. And she's got 3 little ones at home under the age of 5, so she doesn't have time for CDs. But it's great to have you again. I do want to mention another thing. All of these artists are actually part of our festival, Kitchen Fest, and each year, and that begins at the end of June next year. In fact, the date is now, let's see now, June, I'm testing myself here, I think it's June 28th to July the 4th, I believe it is. And the reason I say that is please watch for the details in February of the music and such. But on June 30th, we do have the music lineup for that night. It's called the Big Bash. It happens here in Mackenzie Hall, where we just had music there for 9 nights during Celtic Colors. And we have a great lineup that night for the Big Bash. The tickets are on Eventbrite, so if you go to kitchenfest.ca. We have Signal Hill playing that night.
Oh, wow.
Great band from Halifax and area, and they're very, very popular. We have Beach Hill from over in the Inverness County area with Peter McGuinness and his bandmates as part of that. And we have our own Ben Smith's band that he's involved with called Coastline. They're a younger band. Yeah, they're a great band as well and do a mix of different things, including lots of traditional stuff. And of course, Ben has his fiddle in there. And so that runs from 8:30 to 8:30 to 1 that night. It's going to be a fantastic night. There's a limited number of tickets available. They started selling already this past week. I've seen them come in. The sales are happening. So if you're interested, please go to Eventbrite and buy a ticket. And there'll be a shuttle running back and forth to Bedeck as well. So you can stay in the Bedeck area. You can go to places like the Inverarian where the bus will be stopping, and others as well. I don't want to just point out one business because there's great hotels throughout Bedeck and in the local area, just down the street, of course. It's a hotel. And so take a look at that, June 30th, and you won't be disappointed. Back to Koryne and Neil.
There, yeah. Sure.
10 years ago, it's cold hard night. Someone's kept me in this town all night. That seen the old breed, cigarette looked a lot like me. She walks these hills in her long black veil. This is my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Hey, the judge said, son, it's your alibi. Somewhere else, oh, you won't have to die. So not a word though not in my life. I've been in the arms of my best friend's wife. She walks these hills in her long black veil, and this is my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. dear. Late in the night when the cold wind blows, comes to my grave and she cries over my bones. And she walks these hills in her long black veil, and visits my grave in the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows my me. Nobody knows my me. Thanks for having me involved this fine evening. It's always a delight to come over here and share some music, and love the acoustics in this room, that's for sure. And yeah, we're gonna leave you with a song called "The Mermaid." And yeah, it's just an old Irish song, something a little bit uplifting. And usually I'm playing this with my friend Kevin, so I always say that the mermaid is his own flame. But that's not going to work tonight. Sorry, Kevin. Anyway, it's a delight sharing some music with you, and thanks for being here, and thanks for tuning in from all over the globe. Could be coming from everywhere. So anyway, let's go. Friday morning when we sit and sail, we were not far from land. The captain inside my lovely mermaid, with a cold and a glass in her hand. Down the ocean, the waves they roll, and the stormy winds they blow. Sailors close to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, below, below. And the landlubbers lie down below. And up spoke the captain of her Captain ship, and a brave old man was he. I have me a wife, I sail by the sea, and tonight she is weeping for me. They roll, the stormy winds they blow, and we poor sailors goes to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. And I've spoken the of her Captain ship,
get Neil to hop back on piano for a couple tunes, I guess. Yeah, so Rodney mentioned the 3 kids under 5, and it's been a high emotions week in our household this week. We had, if some of you maybe tuned in on when we did the house Ceiidh back in the spring, I think it was in February or March, there was a little boy that would have been part of that Ceiidh at home with me. And that little boy, my littlest boy, started daycare this week. So that's been a big one. Yeah, so we're adjusting, and yeah. So we're. I think we'll play. I wrote a few reels. Speaking of children, so there's 3 in my family, and my brother also has 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. And when the first boy was born, I wrote a tune for him, and then my brother kept having kids, and so I guess to keep it fair, I had to write the other 2 a tune as well. So yeah, so we'll just so I'll play a march and Strasbourg, and then I'll go into those reels. So we got Macklin, Maggie, and Jack's reel. that my cue, Rodney? I think we'll get Michael to come up, and we'll do one last set with everyone.
Well, Hiroshima, wasn't that great? Good tunes, good sound, good songs. I want to thank everybody for, I don't know if this is on or not, yeah it is. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight, those that were able to attend the Ceiidh, our visitors, anybody that might not be from the area. And where would the farthest person be from tonight? And don't tell me it's St. Anne's or Goose Cove or something like that. West Coast? Yeah. BC? Yeah. So that's the farthest we got tonight. Anywhere else that people have gone?
Boston.
Boston? Okay.
Toronto.
What's that? Toronto. Okay, so we got some folks here from the Toronto area, from the West Coast. We got Boston. We got the states represented here tonight. Ontario. St. Anne de Prescott, yeah. To all the folks from St. Anne de Prescott out there that are watching here tonight, we know there's thousands of watching tonight. Because Koryne's on the stage, and Mom and Dad are here, and so it's great to have you here, and would welcome you back anytime. Next week, Leanne O'Coin and Brent Stubbart, Mike will be here, Ben Smith will be here. It's going to be a fantastic Ceiidh next week. So I'm encouraging all those who might be watching the Ceiidh online, and you might be just 5 minutes down the road, but there's nothing like being in person and seeing the Ceiidh live. And again, once again, just a little shout out. If you want to make a donation, please do so. It makes a huge difference, especially getting into the winter time. And as we move into the December, January, February, March, that sort of time of year, and what we're able to bring forward on the Ceiidhs. Kitchen Fest I mentioned. Anything else? Neil tomorrow night at the Normway. Watch for Koryne's name. She usually ends up playing somewhere. Could be the Celtic Music Centre in Judic, or Jam session tomorrow night as well in Drogheda. That's the Mabel Gaelic Historical Society. So if you're staying in that area, in the Mabel area, you could check that out tomorrow night. And that's on Thursday night. Wednesday nights, there's a great session as well in Sydney. We want you to come here, but we also want to promote them as well at the Old Triangle, Kimberly Fraser and a guest. And then at the Admiral in Port Hood as well, sessions, the Blue Mist on Thursday nights. And if I'm forgetting anywhere, my apologies. Island Folk, Pelican Folk, no, they do some music as well.
Yeah, once a month.
And on Sundays?
Yeah, once a month. I think.
Yeah.
Last Sunday.
And the Dorian and Shetty Camp, of course, is always great music there, and sessions and such as well. And lots of other places, so not to discount anybody. So, again, thanks, and we'll end off with a blast.
Can you give me an E real quick there? So, reasonable too.
I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It is?
Oh no, it was there.
It is? So there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Touchy, that thing. All right. Well, the year shows bones and wind broken stone, seeing the sky are wan. All the time, my blood sinking wine, I'm running naked. So long the lights on stage every night. I've been reaching out to find a friend who knows all the words, sings so she's heard, and knows how all the stories end. Maybe after the show she'll ask me to go home with her for a drink or two. When the smile lights her eyes, honey, all I see is you. And I just wanna hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. Say you'll be twice the wife when you're through live on a honey. What the hell was it for? After 23 years, I think I can find a way to let you go somehow. That I wanna see your smiling face 45 years from now.
For me, Malibu has always been pretty magical. You know, landscape, people, music, the way of life. There really is something special and genuine about this place. Malibu always seems to be ready to give you its heart. Here at Bainvabu, you have a chance to be part of a movement, drawing on our roots to reimagine our future. Stand out from the crowd, invest in yourself, live in community, learn in community. Here, you'll find a place that welcomes you, where the wisdom of the culture nourishes you. Honestly, if I try to imagine the perfect place to go to university, this is it. In Malibu, where culture lives.
Discover the craft shop at Colwyston Gaelic, the Gaelic College, in beautiful St. Anne's. Open May through October, the shop features a stunning collection of locally made, handcrafted treasures, including pottery, wood carvings, stained glass, and more, all crafted with care. Browse our Celtic jewellery, Gaelic language and music books, local music, and an array of custom tartanware, all created on site. Looking for your very own kilt? Visit our very own kilt maker, and know that every purchase helps support the college's mission to preserve and celebrate Gaelic culture. Plan your visit today or learn more at gaeliccollege.edu.